Simple interest is a method to calculate the amount of interest charged on a sum at a given rate and for a given period of time. In simple interest, the principal amount is always the same, unlike compound interest, where we add the interest on the previous year's principal to calculate the interest of the next year. Sa lesson na to, you will be introduced to the concept of borrowing money and the simple interest that is derived from borrowing. Also, ipapakita ko rin sa inyo at may introduce kayo sa mga terms such as principal amount, the rate of interest, and the time period given. Through these terms, you can calculate the simple interest using the simple interest formula, which is I is equal to P R T. In this case, P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time period. So let's go through it. So if you are looking for the unknown parts of this formula, you can use this method, this triangle method. Okay, so let's dig deeper. Here I'm going to show you this simple interest problem number 1. Ang sabi dito, Teresa borrowed 120,000 pesos from her uncle. If Teresa agreed to pay an 8% annual interest rate, calculate the amount of interest she must pay if the loan period is first, 1 year, second, 9 months, third, 18 months. So hanapin natin kung ano-ano ang mga interest within this given period. Okay? So here we have 1 year. We are given, so these are the following given. Let me write the given here. Okay, meron tayong given na principal. Principal that is 120,000 pesos. Yung hiniram ni Teresa. Also, we have the rate. The rate is 8%. That would be annual interest rate. So 8%. And we will convert it to decimal form. That should be 0.08. Right. So then we have also the time. The time is this one. The first is 1 year. Okay, so since annual yan, when we say annual, it refers to yearly or 1 year. So therefore, this basic solution would be I equals, we'll be using this formula, the interest equals the principal times rate times time. Okay, the principal here is 120. Principal amount. Also, we have the rate, that should be 0.08. At yung time natin, yan po ay 1. Okay? When you calculate these things, this number in your calculator, the interest would be 9,600 pesos. Okay? So, magkano ang interest ni Teresa kapag ka isang taon niyang babayaran yung kanyang hiniram na pera na 120,000? The interest rate would be the interest amount would be 9,600. Moving on, let's try this 9 months, no? Alin kaya yung mas malaki, yung 1 year ba o yung 9 months? Tignan natin. So, gagamitin ulit natin ng mga given. This time, I will be using this formula na lang and substitute all the given values. So, meron tayong P na 120,000. Also, we have 0.08, parehas na naman ng interest. And, ang pinagkaiba lang nila is yung time. So, paano natin isusulat or i-represent yung time dito? So, there are 9 months, no? At sa isang taon, merong 12 months. So, we can write it as 9/12. Okay? So, there are 9 months over 12 months. Kasi sa isang taon nga, yearly, meron tayong 12 months. Thus, the I or the interest would be 120,000 times 0.08 times 9/12 is equal to 7,200 pesos. Okay, that should be a pesos. So, therefore, lumaki ba yung interest ni Teresa? Okay? Kung 9 months lang niya babayaran, mas mabilis kaysa 1 year, parang mas maliit yung kanyang interest. Unlike dito sa interest na isang taon. Okay? So, let's try naman yung mas malaki pa sa isang taon, which is 18 months. Okay? Same given lang din, we have 120,000. Okay? Times, baba ko na lang, no? 0.08 times, this time, 18 months out of 12 months. So, 18 over 12 yan. Okay, let's find out. Okay, since we have these things, 120,000 times 0.08 times 18 over 12, then we have 14,400 pesos. Okay, so that should be the interest kapag ka 18 months naman, babayaran ni Teresa yung kanyang utang dun sa uncle niya. Okay? So, pansinin nyo, no? 1 year, 9,600. 9 months, medyo bumaba siya, 7,200. Pero kung babayaran niya na within 18 months, mas mataas sa isang taon, mas malaki yung kanyang interest. Okay? That is the first problem. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, let's try this problem. We need to read first the problem. To buy the school supplies for the coming school year, you get a summer job at a resort. Suppose you save 4,200 pesos of your salary and deposit it into an account that earns simple interest. After 9 months, the balance is 4,263 pesos. The question is, what is the annual interest rate? Okay, so we are talking about the simple interest terms. So first, we will be using this formula. Okay? May method akong tuturo sa inyo. Kanina pinakita ko ng method na yon. So this one is a triangular method. So dito meron tayong interest. Dito we have P. Dito we have R and then T. Okay, pag ang nawawala dito is yung mga bagay na nasa baba, no? Which is dito, sa case na to, nawawala yung interest rate. Okay? So, tatakpan lang natin yan. No? Ang matitira, yun yung formula natin. So, therefore, we have the formula rate equals I, itong interest na to, over P, which is the principal amount, okay, times T, which is the time. Okay? So, we have interest, ito yan, P over P times T. Okay? So, ang sabi dito, meron na tayong mga given. Ano yung mga given dito? May mga given tayo na interest, may given din tayong P, may given din tayong T. Ang nawawala is yung R. So, ano yung given natin na interest? So, that the interest would be 4,263 pesos. Okay? Next, what is the time or the principal pala? The principal would be this one. So 4,200 pesos. The time is 9 months. So 9 months over 12. Okay? Since 12 months ang meron sa isang taon. Then rate is that is what we are looking about. So solution natin dito, we have the interest or this one. Okay, we will be using this formula. R is equal to the interest 4,263. Ito 'yon. Over P. What is P? The P is 4,200 pesos times the time, which is 9 over 12. Okay, so when we type it into our calculator, 4,263 over 4,200 times 9,000, 9 over 12, the rate would be what? Okay, the rate would be 0.02. At kailangan natin siya convert sa percent form naman. So, itong 0.02, kapag kinonvert natin into percent form, that would be 2%. Okay, so therefore, the answer is 2%. So, that is the interest rate na nawawala dito sa problem number 2. Okay, so let's proceed to the next problem. Problem number 3, if 10,000 pesos is invested at 4.5% simple interest, how long would it take to grow to 11,800 pesos? So parang sinasabi dito, how long would it take? Parang we are talking about the time. Okay? So ilang years kaya, no? Bago lumago ng ganito yung pera mo, 11,800. So try natin, no? Isulat muna natin lahat ng mga given. Pero yung formula muna, no? Balik tayo dito sa triangle formula natin ng interest. We have I sa ibabaw, we have P, R, and T. This time, ang nawawala is the time. Okay? So, therefore, the formula would be time equals the interest na nasa ibabaw over the principal. We have principal, then the rate. Okay? Time is equal to interest over principal times rate. So, here we need to write the given. Okay? So, kailangan natin sulat ng given. We have time. Of course, hinahanap natin ng time. We have P. We have R. We have I. Okay? So, principal, what is the principal? If 10,000 pesos is invested, so this should be our principal. So, 10,000 pesos. Okay? At 4.5% rate. So, that is our simple interest rate. So, 4.5%. Or, we could write it into 0.045. 0.045 para ma-convert natin into decimal form. So, divide nyo lang yan sa 100. Then, ang sabi dito, how long would it take to grow 11,800? So, the word here is, the keyword here is to grow. Okay? So, lumaki na siya ng 11,800 pesos. Okay? So, hindi yan ang interest natin. Ang interest natin, kapag sinubtract natin sa 11,800 pesos, minus the 10,000 pesos. Bakit? Ano ba itong 11,000? That should be the maturity amount. Minus the principal amount. Ayan yung interest natin. So, ito yung formula dyan, ha. I is equal to A. A is the maturity amount. Minus P. P is the principal amount. Okay? Para makita mo, malaman mo kung magkano yung tinubo mo. No? So, 11,800 minus 10,000, that is 1,800. So, yan yung interest mo. Okay? Huwag kayong malilito dyan, no? Ito kasing 11,800, tumubo ka na, inad mo na yung interest dyan. No? Doon sa principal amount. So, babalik ta rin lang natin. Ima-minus natin yung principal amount para makuha natin yung interest. Then, we have here the solution. Okay, sa solution natin, of course, we will be using this formula. Time is equal to, ano po yung interest natin? The interest is 1,800 pesos over 10,000 pesos, the principal amount, times the rate. The rate would be 4.5 or 0.045. Okay? So, let us use our calculator to find the years or to find the time given here. So, therefore, 1,800 over 10,000 times 0.045, that should be 4 only. Therefore, it will take 4 years Okay? Para mag-grow ng ganito kalaki yung pera mo. So, 4 na taon ang kailangan mong bunuin para mag-grow ng ganito kalaki yung pera mo. At para magkaroon ka ng interest na 1,800. So, that is the simple interest problem number 3. Okay, so we have simple interest problem number 4. A loan institution charges 12% simple interest for a 3-year 60 pesos loan. 60,000 pesos loan. Letter A, find the total interest of the loan on the loan. B, find the total amount that must be paid to the loan institution at the end of 3 years. Okay, so try nating hanapin yung nawawala ditong interest. Okay, so here we have P. P is 60,000. That is the principal amount. The rate would be 12% or 0.12. And the time is 3 years. Okay? So when we use this formula, ang hinahanap na naman is total interest. We have PRT. P is 60,000. 60,000 times 0.12, then times 3. Okay? So, calculate this one, 60,000 times 0.12 times 3. That is going to be 21,600 pesos. Okay, that is the interest. Therefore, the interest for 3 years is 21,600 pesos. Okay? So, let's try the second problem. Find the total amount that must be paid to the loan institution at the end of 3 years. Okay? So, at the end of the 3 years, the loan institution must be paid the original 60,000 pesos plus the interest of 21,600 pesos, no? So, ang interest natin dito is 21,600 pesos. So, ang gagamitin lang natin na formula dyan, no? So, ito yung gamitin natin formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Okay? So, gamitin natin ang mga given sa taas. So, we have P, which is 60,000 times 1, okay, plus R. R is 0.12, no? 0.12 times 3. Okay. So, that should be what? 60,000 times 1 plus 0.012 0.12 times 3. Okay, ito muna yung sagutan ninyo. Tapos, tsaka nyo i-multiply dito sa 60,000. O kaya naman, try nyo yung diretso sa calculator. Ang lalabas dyan is 81,600 pesos. So, this formula is all about adding the principal amount and the interest amount. So, ito yung formula na pwede natin gamitin dyan. Okay? So, basically, ang ginawa lang kasi dito para makuha yung 81,600 is yung 21,000 inad mo lang sa principal amount. So, 60,000. That is the same as 81,600 pesos. Pero, makukuha nyo rin yan kapag ginamit mo yung ganitong formula. Which is given naman si P, given naman si R, given naman si T. Makukuha mo rin yung 81,000. Okay? So, that is simple interest number 4. And lastly, we have the maturity value. So, find the maturity value of the following loan amounts. So, we have 50,000 pesos borrowed at 9% for 2 years. Also, 120,000 pesos borrowed at 10% for 8 months. Okay? So, we are given P. P is 50,000 pesos. Okay? Also, R is also given. We have 9%. Then time is given, 2 years. So, ang formula na gagamitin natin, no, hahanapin kasi natin ng maturity value. Pag sinabing maturity value, yung kabuuan na inad na si interest at si principal amount. Okay? So, inad na si interest at principal amount. So, pwede nyo rin gamitin ng ganitong formula sa maturity value. A is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Okay, so try nga natin gamitin ng formula na yan. A is equal to P. So, what is the P? The P is 50,000. So, we have 50,000 times 1 plus R. R is 0.09. Okay, that is 0.09. Times T, which is 2 years. Okay? O, sige, calculate natin sa calculator. 50,000 times 1 plus 0.09 times 2. That's gonna be 80,600 pesos. Okay, that is the maturity value after 2 years kapag nanghiram ka ng 50,000 na may 9% na patong sa loob ng 2 taon. Okay, so lumaki siya, no? Next, try naman natin kapag manghihiram ka naman ng 120,000, no? At may 10%, no? At may time na 8 months lang. Okay, so the principal amount is 120,000. The rate would be 10%. And the months or the time would be 8 months. Pero hindi yan 8 months. Gagawin natin siyang 8 over 12. So, itong 10% gagawin natin siyang 0.10. Okay? So, gagamitin natin ng formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus RT. P is 120,000. The borrowed money. Wait. 120,000 times 1 plus R would be 0.10. And then we have the months. 8 over 12. Okay, let's compute them. Ito muna, 1 plus 0.10 times 8 over 12. Then, i-multiply nyo sa 120,000. That's going to be 128,000 pesos. Okay, so that is the maturity value kapag ka nanghiram ka naman ng 120,000 sa loob ng 8 months na may 10% na patong. Okay, that is the simple interest problem.